I'm ready for another break by the time the slope levels off. I'm practically breathing out storm clouds.
Hello!
I scream and almost fall down the slope, but Jace takes my arm and pulls me into him.
What are you doing here?
He says with disgust. Dressed in a flashy, pinkish fur coat complete with a fur cap is the creepily smiling man Izelmingon, Mr. Gum, whatever his name is, with 3 small bubbles floating beside him and an assortment of whistles, metal, shell, and wood hanging from his neck. In his ridiculously cheerful Izelmingon voice, the man says,
I come from faraway lands looking to supply travelers in need with delightful bubbles.
He jumps into a Vanna White pose and the underformed bubbles spring forth with happy faces.
I don't mean that.
Jace grumbles.
Shouldn't you be back in Tariq?
Oh, young majesty.
He sweeps into a bow so awkward it looks like he's controlled with strings.
The Tariq tournament season has passed, so here I am with my true calling to provide travelers in...
So did you end up manufacturing my blood like you said you would? I snap.
Why, yes, I did.
He says so proudly I want to smack him, but Jace beats me to it. He socks Izelmingon in the forehead and he sinks into a heap of snow. The 3 bubbles angrily bump against Jace to stop him from hitting the man again. Driana helps him to his feet.
You're pathetic, Gummy, but maybe you can help us out. We're searching for Gideon. You remember him.
He brushes the snow from his coat.
Why, of course I remember the best, and part of my favorite entourage. But no, I haven't seen...
I scream. Well, if you're following us around looking for travelers in need, then you must have seen him. He's in way more need than we are. He holds his hands together in an apologetic plead.
I've only just arrived to this location an hour ago, my dear goddess. I do not know where Sir Gideon is, although...
He suddenly drops the Izelmingon persona and nods to Driana, speaking in such a normal voice it's eerie.
I do believe you're on the right track.
Driana nods.
Then we're not the only ones.
Izelmingon hops into another awkward pose, like the painting of an Egyptian dancer.
Now might I interest you in a ride? We've new merchandise that can either hop treetops or dive beneath ice should you seek treasure. Just the price of a whistle and the beast is yours.
And where did these beasts come from?
Jace asks.
Ah, oh noble majesty, how wonderful you ask. You see, the blood that our dear goddess here provided, bless your soul forever, was quickly manufactured into potions for the entire Tyrikese population to give them strength in taming the mutant beast that had escaped the corrals.
I look at Jace. Izelmingon continues.
With their combined strength, the entire city tamed the beasts! Of course, they managed to escape the walls in the process, but just between you and me, I think we may have eliminated any need for future tournaments if we have the secret.
He takes one of the whistles and waves it so the others jingle against each other.
However, just a thought. After all, the Tariq tournament has become such a world-renowned sport. Although, imagine a tournament with monster tamers.
I laugh.
Hold up. That blood you got from me was fake.
He stares at me dumbstruck, and Jace and Driana also laugh.
No! No!
He sputters.
Why, I saw it with my very own eyes! How their cheeks flushed with strength when they drank the potions! It was a miracle, and it could only have been the power of your blood.
It was salty food coloring, I say. That miracle must have been something else.
Perhaps the very belief that it was your blood.
He breathes. Driana sighs.
Well, Gum Gum, it's been nice, but we really need to get going.
She pats him on the shoulder.
Ah, bubbles for the journey!
As much as I don't want to pay the blood thief, even if it turned out for the better, I'd rather ride the bubbles to give my feet some rest.
No.
Driana says, and I want to push her in the snow.
It's obvious enough we're travelers. I don't want to bring more attention to us than necessary.
Izelmingon pulls something out of a pocket and passes it over the bubbles. They make high-pitched popping noises. Then Izel says, in a normal voice,
There, they're untraceable. But a warning, You disembark them once, and they'll shoot straight back to me. So travel as far as you can, and please,
He takes my hands firmly and looks me deep in the eyes.
find him.
I nod and back away. Right. Thanks. He steps back and tips his hat to us. Back in his cheery voice, he says,
Bubbles on the house for a noble cause! I'll see you next time!